Hi, babe.
Not her tripping.
Oh, Piper.
Hi.
Hi, Clink.
This is so cute.
The sleepover episode.
This is not what I had in mind when I thought you wanted to film in bed. In my bed, because I'm a couch sleeper anywhere I go. Your house.
This is Julian's bed.
Yes, I prefer the couch.
Why is that? Have you decided?
I don't know. I really don't. It's just easier.
For whom? Because I have a full queen size bed with freshly done sheets.
But then I feel like you gotta wash.
Comfortable.
Make sure the sheets are washed. I'm simple. I
just washed the sheets.
I know, but I just need a pillow, a blanket, and I think they call them pallets. Is that the?
You want a pallet? On the floor?
I don't need much. Just a little corner is good for me.
You're like a cat.
Yeah. Also, I like being in someone's living
friend.
room, because then I feel like you don't miss out on any of the action.
Well, I'm recording you, so
I know. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, we have bonus footage of the podcast.
But yeah, if we're at an Airbnb and someone wakes up early, I want to be hanging out if something fun's gonna happen.
You don't want the FOMO.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
I just want to be in the room where the fun things happen.
In the room where it happens.
Exactly.
Hamilton.
I'm just now getting familiar with her. Chelsea was playing Hamilton on the TV, and I was like, oh, I heard the song, but it was the remix with Sia and Queen Latifah.
Yes, the mixtape.
Yeah. I like that.
Love her.
But I don't know the storyline. I don't know anything. Is it Romeo and Juliet? Is it similar? No? Okay.
The story of Hamilton? Alexander Hamilton, you think is similar to Romeo and Juliet?
I don't know. I'm just going based off of the music and the vibes alone.
Yeah, it's Romeo and Juliet, for sure.
What is it?
Alexander Hamilton.
It's
Is that name not ringing any bells to you?
Not if it's...
Sister.
Was he president?
Sister.
Who was he?
I can't handle you. I can't handle you.
History was not my strength.
Required viewing.
History was not my strength. Nor was... Well, I was good at anatomy and physiology and biology. Awful at chemistry and physics.
I was not a science girly.
Famously,
I did English.
I was good at that because... Well...
What happened?
Stroke. I was not great at it.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. Passable. I didn't like school, so it was, how quickly can I get through the bullshit and then
I loved school.
go hang out with my friends.
I loved school.
Yeah, you are, because you're so studious. You're your notes are great. We were talking type A.
Type A. Well, I'm a type C. Famously, I'm a mix of type A and B. Sorry, that was my room sprayer.
I was like, what?
We have an automatic air freshener that goes off.
I thought it was the camera
every 36
zooming in.
minutes, so that should be the only time that happens this episode. Unless it's an extra long episode.
I thought it was a camera zoom in. I was like,
oh, can you imagine?
I don't know. It scared me. Yeah, I'm type B personality, which means Dan
falls to the wall.
Dan was explaining to me. He's like, this is broad strokes are good enough. Not very detailed.
What Enneagram are you?
I'm the challenger.
Is that 4?
No, it's 6 and 8. 6 or 6 with an 8 wing or 7 with an 8 wing. Yeah.
Works.
Yeah. One of them was
I'm a 7 wing 6. I think don't quote me on this because I'm not an Enneagram specialist, but I'm pretty sure your wing has to be I think you can only be a 7 wing 6 or a 7 wing 8.
So
I don't think I could be a 7 wing 2.
Yellow journalism. I'm either a 6 and a 7 or a 7 and 8. One of those, but it's the challenger. When I read about it, the title at the top, it's the one that's the challenger.
Okay.
Could be a 7 with an 8 wing. I feel like
I don't necessarily think you're a 7 with an 8 wing. Maybe an 8 with a 7 wing. Because you're very motivated by people, but that's not your main motivation.
Yeah, I just like to have a good time with people.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe you're a lot of 7. I don't know.
We'll have to look it up, but it's whichever one is the challenger. Maybe
it's definitely not 7. 7 is not the challenger.
Okay, so 7 with an 8 wing?
Because 7, I think, is the... I don't know. The clown?
For those of you that don't know, the Enneagram is a personality test, and in our previous life, we took a ton of them. And so all of the different ways that you can know
I'm
how
an
to operate.
ENFJT.
I don't know that
I'm
one.
an I. I'm a 7.
Yeah. It's the same test, just
Pretty
like
sure I'm like a blue, but I don't. That one's long gone. I don't remember her.
yeah, all those like team leader, like team building, get to know how everyone works kind of thing. Yeah.
It is really good though. You really get to learn a lot about people.
You do, absolutely. But I
I'd say
think
it's probably one of my favorite tools that I have in my tool belt.
I hate taking the tests, but I
Okay, can I
like,
say something crazy?
of course.
I love taking the tests, but I think I manipulate them to give me the answers that I want. So I think I'm a 7 and an I because I think I want to be that person, but I don't think I'm really that person.
I don't know how to answer that question.
I think I'm just a sociopath.
I think I am too. And I think that's why we're friends. Yeah, okay, so I feel like we have to catch people up on a lot of things because
Well, elephant in the room, we're on a different couch.
we are on a different couch.
Hi, you're in Mesquite now.
Because sleepover.
Sleepover because we're going to Mexico tomorrow.
And we both had really long weeks, and I think we both like slammed our laptop shut early.
Slammed it. 3:00 o'clock today.
I went. I've given enough effort. Just be over there.
And now I'm having a bourbon on the rocks like a man.
Scandalodious, you're drinking again.
Oh, yes. Oh, big news. Huge.
This just in
About 10 days ago.
You go ahead, walk us. So we
Okay.
started with being sober.
Right. The plan was 1 calendar year. So January 26th, 2025 to January 26th, 2026, we were going to be sober.
Yes.
And our best friends, Kim and Chris, are getting married in 2 days. So we were like, okay, well, we'll drink a drink, whatever, for the wedding. And then my favorite event of the year, the Broadway Dallas Gala, happened with an open bar and my favorite bourbon. So I said, you know what? 63 days, that's good enough for me.
You did 63. I did 69 days.
69, teehee.
Because 2 things happened. A,
Peer pressure.
FOMO. Because I was the only one sober at that point. So A, FOMO. B, I realized that I was going to make, it was only going to make it to 70. 70 was the max I was going to make it because we were going to be drinking at the wedding.
75.
So,
You're bad at math.
Well.
You quit drinking on day 69 a week ago?
You're right.
I know. Because tomorrow was day 75. Perfect. The plan was...
But I knew I was going to make it...
Before the gala happened, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to be drinking at the wedding. So I'm going to make it 75 days. 75 days sober. That's great.
It's good. That's really good.
But yeah, I just kind of knocked it out of I came running out of the sobriety closet.
You did. And
face first into a bowl of bourbon.
My second fear was
like a dog bowl.
You handled it well. You did great. No, but the audience doesn't have to know that. But my biggest fear was if I'm drinking for the first time at the wedding.
We don't want to get sloppy.
Right. My tolerance.
Got to build our tolerance back up.
And I was right because after 2 mimosas, I was already drunk. And then I had 2 more. So.
Cut 2 that night. Me leaving my phone in the Uber. I'm talking about me again.
Yeah. We can share that story. If you want
sharing that story.
Okay, so Lane, so we were drinking. Also, it was a kickball day, but we didn't have a kickball game, so we
ran out. So we went to brunch.
We went to brunch, and it was a great time. And then we all got too drunk, and we didn't have an adult. No adult inside.
I was drinking redheaded, which is Jaeger.
You drink what you are.
And grenadine, right? I became very attracted to that drink because redheaded. Hello. That was actually my password for a lot of things. It's not anymore, hackers. I changed it. But my password for a lot of things, now it's redheaded 69. Yeah, I was drinking a lot of redheaded. A lot of Jaeger.
Well, I was taking shots because I like shots. But it was okay because I had an adult with me. There's like when it's time to go home, you just need to like.
Yeah, my
let
adult
go.
left.
Well, he was doing things. He had stuff to do. I was then your adult, but the problem is that
The blind leading the blind.
exactly.
Can't be
So
trusted.
we call you an Uber. You went
It's
home.
Tommy Finster and Chucky. No, Tommy Pickles and Chucky Finster.
Uh,
The Rugrats over here.
Yeah, literally. So, it was that time of the night, so I called Lane an Uber, and the Uber driver came. Her name was Ashley. She's
Shout out, Ashley.
precious. And I kissed you on the forehead and told Ashley to take great care of you, and off you went. And so we were not ready to go home. The rest of the group was not ready to go home, so we were still out. And because I'd like to make sure my friend got home safe, I'm checking Find My Friends, and I see his location.
Thank God somebody was.
Is in a random shopping center somewhere in Dallas. And so I go, where is he going? So I texted you, what are you doing? No response. Then I called you, and a woman answered. And then I was really confused. Also drunk, so I was like panicking. And come to find out it was Ashley. She's like, thank goodness you called. I think I dropped your friend off at the right house. He walked in the backyard. And I said, that's absolutely the right place. That's the right place for him to go. Because that's just how he gets in his house.
I have a lockbox in the backyard.
Yeah.
I don't carry keys with me. I barely carry a driver's license. Justin usually carries that for me.
So understand it's jarring, and he's at the right place.
Yeah.
He's got it from here.
I know a drunk wandered in through a fence in a backyard.
Yeah, exactly. And so she said, okay, well, I can come bring you the phone. Said, great. So phone comes back. Yay, Ashley, thank you.
Queen.
Tipped her great because service. That's customer service.
Thanks for tipping for me.
Oh, of course. Yes, customer service. So then I call the next responsible person that I know, which is your husband.
Ooh.
Justin.
We were both on one.
And Justin very, reassures me that like you're okay and that he's working an event, but he's going to come pick up the phone and then, come find you. So I'm like, okay. Again, I'm drunk. And then my babysitter goes, it's time to go home. So I'm like, no problem. Justin, I've got the phone with me. And he says, I'm on my way. So some time passes. I check my Sims again. He is not on his way to my house, which is where I thought he was coming. He's on his way back to where he lives, his house. And so I call him and he's like, yeah, I'm on my way. No, you're not, but you're in the opposite direction. But then I realize he's in an Uber. And so I'm like, okay. And then he calls me back. He's like, can you come get me? I'm like, I cannot because I'm drunk. And that's irresponsible.
Listen, the Taylors know how to drink.
You guys had a party. Yeah. Hello.
And
so next thing you know.
What's that? What's the next thing you know?
Justin calls and says, I got kicked out of my Uber and I'm walking home. And I look to see on the map how close he is. Because that's a huge... I'm walking home and I'm like a street over. Okay, babe. I'm walking home and you're like, what, 2 miles?
1.4 miles
1.4 miles away.
He crawled under a train. My husband crawled under a train.
And for that, I think I would like to throw out the idea that we should do like the Amazing Race or something together, because like you're willing to do whatever it takes to get.
Only if we're trashed. Can you imagine drunk Amazing Race?
Yeah, we would do
just doing like tequila, like ripping tequila shots,
and then I would want to,
and then like climbing up like the side of a skyscraper,
absolutely
jumping out of a helicopter.
I could do all of it.
Fisting a bowl of like scorpions.
Oh, I didn't know. That's not where I don't know. You were going with.
I get fearless.
The bugs? Are you scared? Oh, spiders.
I hate bugs.
Yeah.
Hate bugs. Spiders. Hate bugs. Ants, roaches, spiders, ladybugs.
Nightmare. Ladybugs.
They freak me the out.
Really?
With the legs.
I thought it was just spiders.
No, anything with legs. Well,
okay.
Any little critter that crawls, any creepy crawlies, or anything without legs.
Snakes.
Worms.
Fish don't have legs.
Fish don't have legs. They have fins.
Does that scare you?
That's their thing. No, fish don't freak me out. I grew up fishing. And because worms freak me out, my grandpa would have to like bait my hook for me. Because I can't touch a worm. I'll touch a fish. I'm not touching a worm.
When I fished very small time with my stepdad, but we would go for catfish, and we would put like hot dogs and like random on.
Do you go hogging? No.
No.
I'm
What is
assuming
that?
no.
What's that?
Where you reach
into
into the dark abyss of the muddy creek waters
Brother,
underneath
no.
rocks to grab a catfish out from its crusty, muddy home, and you pull it out into the atmosphere.
Psychotic.
Psychotic.
How old were you?
I've never done that.
Oh.
I can't touch a worm. You think I'm going gigging?
I don't
No,
know.
thank you.
You're scared of worms, but I was thinking that you were fully gonna.
You think I'm gonna fist the rocks? No, ma'am. No, I'm not reaching into the mud for a catfish.
I was on the journey. I thought I was like imagining.
Absolutely not. My family did. Me? No.
I'm imagining.
I didn't fit in well with my family.
I'm imagining like Little Lane.
Shout out.
Just like punching the water to catch fish.
Hell no, sister.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I mean,
big no.
I will say I don't love snakes. They gross me out. That's one that, like, if on any of those shows, if they were like the snakes are got to be on you, I would freak
Absolutely
out.
not. I'm done.
I don't know how
I'm gonna fully pull a Chriselle.
Nope. Yeah. Scorpions. I'm not. That's fine. They could probably follow me.
Oh no.
The tarantula. I don't know how I would like.
Have you seen the Great Tarantula Migration?
Is it a movie? Is that a movie? What is
No,
it?
it's a thing that happens every year in South Texas.
Oh, yeah.
My mother-in-law actually told me about this. Debs. Shout out Debs.
love Debs.
Apparently, like, I don't know what time of year it is. Peanut Gallery? Do you know? The Great Tarantula Migration? It doesn't matter.
Summer, spring, winter?
I think fall.
Yeah.
I think it's fall. I want to say August.
July, August, September.
So it'll be August, and apparently you'll be driving, and then the road just looks black because it's just covered in tarantulas.
Ooh. Where are they going?
I don't know.
Mm.
There's no way to know where they're going. Migrating south for the winter.
And then at some point they've
Well,
got
they're already south.
But at some point, I would like to watch this because at some point they've got to scatter.
Watch it by yourself. No.
Yeah. Like they're a unit until they're not, and I would like to know like at what point do they go? Gotta dip.
No.
Every spider for themselves.
Spiders. I can't look at a spider. Like if it's on a program, a TV, a film, immediate shut it off.
Spiders don't.
I could watch the Terrifier chainsaw someone from the vagina down to the head. No problem. A single wolf spider crawls across.
Dune spider.
Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
There is a movie, and you would hate it.
Eight-Legged Freaks?
Is that the one? Is it Adam Sandler?
No.
Hold on.
Maybe?
Adam Sandler is in space. And then there's like a giant spider.
I don't think this is the first time we've talked about that on the podcast.
Really?
I think we've either that or I'm having some crazy deja vu. I'm pretty sure we've talked about an Adam Sandler spider movie on the pod.
Well, Kenna, who's great investigative journalism,
owns Google.
She's
so good.
She's so good. What were like the last show? We're like, oh, you're never gonna find it.
The toilet falling on the human.
Yes, exactly. She had it. She's like, this one. Yep, that's the exact one. Very niche, I would assume. So probably not that hard to find. But
all right. So Kenna, Adam Sandler with spiders in space.
I would like to see that, but the spider does freak me out in that.
Have you ever seen Eight-Legged Freaks?
No, what is that?
Where they're massive spiders.
Again, a movie?
Yes, a movie. This is a movie, but it's like giant spiders,
like King Kong.
Pincers?
Like King Kong size.
That was a Harry Potter reference. Sorry.
Yeah. But King Kong size, like spiders?
I wouldn't say quite King Kong. I would say probably the size of my 24 Toyota Prius.
Okay. And they're just out and about.
Just out and about. Eight-Legged Freaks.
Are they like making webs?
I don't know. I can't watch it.
Oh, okay. I will watch it.
That one, Snakes on a Plane. That's another one. Can't watch.
Oh,
I started Snakes on a Plane. And when the couple, I think this has to be the very first 5-10 minutes of the movie, this couple's getting it on in the lavatory. Just about to start banging on the sink. And then snakes start coming out of the toilet. Turn it off.
I watched
the movie. No more mother snakes on my mother television.
How did they get on the plane?
I think it was some sort of terrorist attack.
Oh.
I think that was the whole thing. I think it was, yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch it.
What a weird concept. Who thought about that?
Messed up people.
Because it was just like a normal plane. Like the plane.
Yeah, it was just like
on
the
tomorrow.
plane. Don't manifest that.
No, but
sister, if snakes start coming out, I'm pulling the door and I'm jumping.
I'm not saying that they're going to be on that plane. I'm just saying it's a plane. Just
my
like
worst
ours.
nightmare. Can I say irrational fear every time I get on a plane?
What?
That's some sort of like biohazard attack or snakes.
Oh no!
Or I get the worst plane anxiety, and it's new. It's like within the last like 6 to 8 months.
I have the opposite of that.
You love planes.
I like flying. I did hear that. I like flying, but I recently sat next to the emergency exit.
I love sitting next to the emergency exit.
And I took the job very seriously. I was like, okay, if this happened, am I ready?
Were you?
Absolutely. I'm also at the helm of deciding who gets to stay and who doesn't.
That's not what that job is.
Rude ass dude.
Your job is sitting next to the exit. You open the door and haul out of there, babe.
You gotta help everyone else.
You don't say no. You, Laura,
push.
Stay.
You like push them off. All right,
ma'am. You were incredibly rude. You stay.
Exactly.
You die.
You were earlier at Starbucks before we got on the plane. Karma.
You brought your pasta bolognese.
Come on.
Stank up the entire airplane.
Yeah.
You stay.
Yep.
You die.
Exactly. Now,
that's not what that job is.
Flight attendant that gave me extra champagne. Shantae, you stay. Go down the little slide.
I'm gonna eat you out.
Oh.
I'm just imagining it's Carrie though.
Well, the flight attendant that I had in my mind was not Carrie, so I was like, whoa. Yeah, super exciting. Okay, what else did we do? We did a lot last week.
Oh, I don't know. We didn't do anything last week. After the
week before that.
Escapades. So we went to the gala.
Fun.
The week before that.
Corndogs or breakdancers.
Famously.
Which felt like a fever
dream. If we
dream.
posed a question, put the poll in. Would you prefer corndogs or breakdancers?
The answer is, why not both?
¿Por qué no los dos? Because that is what our fine friends at Broadway Dallas decided for us.
And then they one-upped it.
We get both.
They one-upped it, though. They said, not only are you going to get corndogs and breakdancers, which, by the way, the breakdancers, phenomenal. The corndogs, even better.
They were Fletcher's corny dogs.
They had a robot with Whataburger chicken
hamburgers.
Yeah. No, I think they're like, what are the chicken biscuit things that they have? What are they called? Honey butter chicken biscuit.
Was it a honey butter chicken biscuit?
Yeah.
I didn't get them.
And cupcakes. They had these little robots, just
magical robots. It was Back to the Future. So we went Back to the Future, sister.
And I had cold popcorn.
That was crazy.
I think at that point, the edible had definitely kicked in, and
I could not 24 old fashions had definitely kicked in.
I couldn't conceptualize like the cold pop, like it was a cool party. So they
imagine a regular popcorn machine, yay big, and then somehow hydrogen is involved.
The thing that makes it
cold, ice cold, and you eat it, and then you blow smoke. Liquid nitrogen.
Bill Nye, thank you.
Famously.
That one. It was cool.
Not hydrogen.
It was really cool. And
literally.
I don't think I could taste the popcorn.
It was dragon fruit flavored? No.
Raspberry.
What was the flavor? Dragon popcorn. It was just dragon
because of the smoke. Yeah.
All right. Well, I heard dragon popcorn and thought dragon fruit flavored,
but it
wasn't that.
So much fun. And then, yeah, I've moved.
New apartment. That's why we're filming here.
Because we won't get into that.
Also, okay, so the day after the gala last week, we were supposed to film. Just too hungover. I showed up.
We were both pitiful.
18 hours after I had left my phone in an Uber, showed up to Julian's apartment to get said phone.
But in the cutest black tracksuit. I don't remember what it said on your hoodie, but
It said "Ew, David."
Oh yeah, but it was cute. It was a cute outfit.
I was in black sweatpants and my black sweatshirt that said "Ew, David," because I was like, I did want to be like hungover, but like cute. That was my vibe because I was like, we're gonna film, so like I'm gonna be miserable, but I at least want to like kind of be cute.
And I showed houses that morning. I don't remember what I was wearing.
You were wearing a green polo.
Don't remember.
Never heard of her.
And all I wanted to do was like.
It was your new polo from Shein. The green ombre with tan.
Oh yes, I know exactly what. Okay, we're back.
Great.
Yes. Love that one. Also,
so cute. Sorry,
like Shein.
Tariffs.
I will also say, as I was doing laundry today, some of my like shirts from nicer stores are not holding up as well as some of my Shein items.
Honestly, okay, I got a $34 suit from Shein.
Great. My
pants and jacket, great quality. Yeah. It smells like formaldehyde. Like if you light a match close to it, it might catch on fire. But the fabric feels nice.
It's good. Yeah. I think they've stepped their game up.
I was told by some ladies at work that it might give you skin rashes. Apparently, that's something they've been reading. And I haven't noticed that. I've bought a lot of Shein, and I have not noticed skin rashes.
I have not noticed that either.
So I'm still pro Shein.
My Shein deliveries actually come to this address because I don't trust my apartment complex with all my clothes, and I order in bulk. Mm-hmm. So
I will just pull up after work, and there will just be a giant cardboard box.
There's a small,
that's Julian's new wardrobe for the next 2 weeks.
Yep, that's a new shipping container that just appears. Mm-hmm.
And we accept pallets at my house.
Mm-hmm. And then I do my favorite thing. Fashion show
at lunch.
I have to try on all the things in front of you guys to get.
One of the last fashion shows was actually hilarious because it was just Julian pulling out tan sweater. Tan sweater.
So
tan sweater. This one has a zipper.
Mm-hmm.
Tan sweater, different collar. Tan sweater. This one's a cowl neck. I'm like, what the is going on? How many tan sweaters do you need?
Yeah.
He pulled out 2 of the exact same sweaters. I have one in my closet because I wear it. It's actually really cute.
And then I gave him one too because I was like, oh, I gotta sample. I gotta sample all of them. Okay, so I used to play this game. Trying not to play this game anymore.
Not with the tariffs, babe.
Well, drunk Amazon shopping was what I used to play, where I would load my cart up sober of all of the things that like I want, and then a night that I'm out drinking, whatever, be like, you know what, f- it. I'm just gonna buy. Life's too short to not buy the thing that you want. Honestly, and so I'd be like, I'd give myself a budget, like spend X amount of dollars, and then I would forget that I did that, and then like 3 days later,
it's Christmas.
I would have all of these boxes, like literally another package. And then I get to like, what did I order?
But it's so much fun. And I never regret it.
I never
regret
I've
shopping.
never been like,
I've never once received a package and thought, because you know what? Drunk me takes care of me. And that's important.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And so the brown sweaters, I was feeling, it was a mood board. It was really like, I wanted a brown sweater. And then all of the different flavors and stuff. And then I know exactly what happened. I said, drunk Amazon shopping. Why not all of them? Por nada dos.
¿Por qué no los cuatro? Cinco.
And then I
put
all of them.
Siete.
And then I overthought, like, it's going to be too small, too big, whatever. So I got 2. One in the big size, one in the small size. And that is what it is.
It is what it is. You know, you're keeping those sweatshops in business, and they thank you for that.
And I thank them for making sure I have things to wear all of the time. Which is why packing is so hard, which is why I was late today, because packing.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have a lot of clothes that I get through.
This man. We've had always planned on recording tonight. We've actually talked about it at least 3 times.
Yeah.
And so I left work at 3 o'clock today. I was like, I'm going to go home and clean, which I did not do. But I was like, I'm going to go home, clean, so we can be ready for him to come over, like, whatever, might do a little dinner or whatever. I called him, or he called me on my way home. And he said, it's going to be like 8. And I was like...
And mind you, that was me thinking, oh, surely you're going to impress everyone, because it's not going to take you that long.
And I said, so 9:30. He showed up at 9:40.
With an 840.
I don't know if it was
that the
exactly
final count?
9:40. I could probably find it pretty quick.
Check the ring camera because
at 9:34, I texted you park in the grass, and that was about 5 minutes before you showed up.
Yeah, I was on the phone.
Yeah, so it was about 9:40.
Oh God,
Your pants are dry.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
Actually, at 1 o'clock in the morning in bed. Oh my God.
Yeah, our dryer's scary.
Mine plays like this cute little jingle, and it reminds me of different songs, and then I have like the little jingle stuck in my head all day.
Yeah, and then we have the Family Feud.
It was also really long. Like it went on way longer than I was thinking it was going to.
Way longer than it should have. It was the cheapest Home Depot had to offer.
Oh, I think it's beautiful. It's cute.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
but I don't know if you can tell the dryer's still going, so it's not over. It's not. That wasn't the sound to alert you that it's done.
I also hate doing laundry. I think we've also mentioned that on the podcast, and I did force myself for the past 3 days to try to get through all of my laundry.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you a cute little video with a clip because I just moved into a new place, and I'm determined to like keep it in order and actually like live in the space. And
I am proud of you. All of your clothes are hung up. There's things folded on shelves.
It's also really good that I'm getting out of that space now because I was like, I don't want to fold another.
Meanwhile,
how many times does it do it? So no, it's like.
Meanwhile, all of my clean clothes are in a pile about yay high at the foot of my bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm really trying. I'm trying hard, and I'm like furniture shopping, and I'm trying to be like intentional about. I want like minimal things so I can enjoy all of the square footage for activities.
Right, activities.
And I need aesthetically pleasing furniture.
I get that
as well. So, and I'm also really excited because my hyperfixation is about to kick in on a particular hobby, which is painting.
Love that. I bought a nice watercolor set and have been wanting to hyperfixate on painting.
That's something we want to do on TikTok Live. So follow us on TikTok.
We should do that.
I want a watercolor. But I have these 2 canvases that Dan doesn't want anymore. And then I found this big canvas someone was getting rid of at work. It's like huge.
I have a really big canvas too that I need to do something with.
Are you going to paint?
This.
Yeah.
This big.
Mine's about that
yeah, I don't know what to do with it though.
Okay.
We found it in like a trash.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody like half painted it. It like there's like an armchair and like part of a piano.
Oh,
but I want to like
intense.
Yeah, I want to like cover it up.
Is it here?
Yeah,
you live here.
So. It's in the guest room.
Okay. But I'm really excited.
You never go in.
I go
sleep on the couch.
Actually, I go in your guest room to feed your cat when you guys aren't here.
Well, we moved her food into our bedroom.
True, and actually I knew that because last time I was here to feed Madam Tiffany.
Madam Tiffany.